What's up, guys, and welcome to another awesome stream from yours truly, Nate Barris. Today I'm streaming quite late, actually. It's like 10 p.m. here. A couple of reasons for that is I've just got some free times, girlfriend's at work, yada yada yada, and also I thought I'd stream a little bit later for anybody on American or any other time zones where it's kind of hard for you to watch me live. Usually we don't get many viewers at this time of night, but what the hell? Well, I was planning on working on the music anyway, so I thought I might as well do it while I'm at it. Yeah. So let's get to it. That's my cool wallpaper, by the way. I thought it was very bit of an adventure time. All by myself. So let's dive into it. I'm currently going to be working on the usual track that I have been working on. If I was working on the last stream anyway. Have a drink. Right. So I have been touching up this arrangement off stream as I usually do. As you can probably tell, I've renamed a couple of the tracks. I've tidied up a little bit, done a little bit more mixing, EQing and whatnot. Just because I've been listening to my car and I thought so and so bits have been a bit too heavy or not heavy enough. We've been doing a bit of that. I think I've changed a few ozone settings for my master chain. I've toned down the endless smile because I changed it on the last stream. And I shouldn't have done. I was trying to show people what it did. And I think I went onto like an extreme preset and it messed up and I listened back to it and I was like, what the hell? So I've changed that back. I think that's about it. Pretty much it's the same. I've installed a couple of new plugins. I've got ADSR Sample Manager installed now, but it's really laggy for me. I don't know why. I've tried moving my samples to another hard drive because I thought maybe my hard drive was the issue, but it's just still really lagging. I can't use it. I've also installed iZotope's Nectar 3, which is more of a vocal a plugin for vocals rather. So there's not really any use for it here, but I'll probably be diving into that at some point soon. So yeah, let's dive in and see what we can get up to. That little dip in audio there, I get that every so often even when I export the audio, and I can't put my finger on why it's happening. It doesn't do it every time, but sometimes it just kind of dips, like a little bit of dip in the audio. I don't know why. What I've done here is also put off, give a bit more room to the bells to play a little bit before going for the drop. Just try and give it a bit more space because I felt it was all kind of crammed together. try and do the same thing that we've done with Bell with the kind of reverse effect. Careful because it's actually arpeggiated. Rid of the lane for a still need to download all. There we go. Bounce that out. A lot easier now that the move. It's spot on, and then gaps are in. Feel like we need more percussion. Here we go, OBS's. Again, whenever I try and load up any. Yeah, let's just try and find some. Key, but. Trying to find little bits and bobs. sound alright coming in. Hey, Gold Jupiter 2608, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to see you. I wonder if they sound good now, kind of stuttering, just like chords, maybe. Maybe that's where some of our flatness is. Right on. That. Hey, Benton, man. How you doing? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Sounding dope. Good. Always a good thing. I'm gonna do is replace them. I know it looks a bit weird having such a big EQ curve there, but I'm just trying to listen where I want that sound to be in the mix. So this is obviously taking it to the extreme. I'm going to see where I want to place it and then knock it down a little bit. Look, Master, this is quite beautiful. Thank you very much. Elijah, awesome track. Well, thank you very much, guys. Good to get some good feedback. Thank you for the follow. I very much appreciate that. That is very much appreciated. I very much appreciate that, and it's very much appreciated. Same thing twice. I'm thinking about 1500k. That's where I want it to sit. I think all this track needs is some kick-ass vocals. Finding them for free when you don't have someone doing them with you, it's pretty hard to come by. Sidechaining is so satisfying. Cool. Glad it resonates well with you. The sidechain is actually only done with LFO tool. Just I've just set it to duck with a quarter step normal sidechain, and it's done using LFO tool. I mean, this bell and the bass together just sound amazing. I think that was one of the big hooks that got me into finishing this track. Well, it's not finished yet, but to work on it to a point where I can finish it. These two together just sound amazing. So the bell, yeah, the kick and bass are super clean. Good, because I've been working on those the last couple of days, trying to get them to sound a bit better EQ-wise. I have been doing a lot of cleaning up on this track last couple of days. That's good if you're noticing that they sound better or sound all right initially here. Yeah, so this bell is actually arpeggiated. Turn the arpeggiation off. Sounds like that. Which actually doesn't sound that bad on its own, but arpeggiated sounds cool as well. I might actually fit a non-arpeggiated version of that bell in somewhere. It kind of knocks it on its ass a little bit because you're kind of used to it. If you look down upon to use vocals from Splice, I've started doing that, but I'm worried I will get into a bad habit of using them too much. I would say, me personally, I don't like using vocals that too many people have used because you're kind of losing your flair, and you could spend a lot of time on your tracks and it's kind of a moment of weakness when you apply some freely, well, I say freely available. I know they're not free, but widely available vocals on a track, and it kind of devalues it, I feel. So I think I'd rather just you do what I've done here with this little vocal. So it adds a little bit of onto the track, but it's not something that someone would, like another producer might say, "Oh, I've heard that before," because it's literally there for a second, half second. But it's a good way. It's a good way. It depends where you are. It depends where you are with your production. You know how far along you are. I would say the more experience you get, the less and less you should use them. It's the same with MIDI packs. You should be starting to create your own chord progressions and melodies and stuff. But early on, I heavily used the MIDI packs and vocals that I could find for making remixes, and it's good practice. But like I say, as you become more experienced, you need to start moving away from that, I feel like. But I mean, that's just my opinion. Don't overdo it. Exactly. Not sure on that. What do you guys think? Do you think it sounds alright without the arpeggiation? Not sure if I prefer it with the arpeggiation. Maybe if we whack a filter on that, kind of filter it in, it's not so abrupt. Go on the radio. We don't hear enough sounds like this on. Yeah, I think it's too non-commercial. I wouldn't say it's very commercial, is it? Not sellable as crap that we get on there nowadays. we'll do high pass. Oh, sorry. I just need to ask you one extremely important question. Can you answer it the best you can? Certainly. Have a go. Maybe we'd through the last drop of the art, add the final energy to it. Way through last drop. The app, add to the final energy. Oh, that's not the same guy. Sorry, I thought that was the question. I was like, what? Maybe midway through the last drop for the app, add to the final. What you mean? So kind of double layer it. So add the chords back onto the app. I think it might make it a bit too extreme because it's the same sound. I've actually got in my while I'm listening to this, I'm kind of running through ideas of what I can do with that, and I feel like I could maybe go back to like this sort of thing. Obviously not with the kick and everything, but at the beginning you've got kind of an intro bit, and we could have like a kind of glitchy break bit again over here using those chord sounds with these strings here. Oh, I never noticed there's a note extra on there. Thank you for the advice. I'm only about 7 months into my production, but I have a good enough mic to start recording people. I feel like I'm kind of cheating with the device. Yeah, just try and do your own thing, man. Just have a go at recording, not even other people, just record yourself. Whack some effects on it and see what you can come up with. Why in so many electronic songs does the drop have to repeat? Why can't the artist just change it up, like add more instruments or make it louder with lots of cut off? I don't understand. Do you mean like a second drop? So you've got the drop here. So you mean there and then over here? Or do you mean it's lasting for two, like doubling up here? So you mean here, like here and here, eating itself? Well, it's more to do with familiarity. Is that a word? Is that the right word? So in a perfect situation, your drop will be that epic, that dope, that awesome, that the listener wants to hear it again. That is the aim. So if it doesn't sound good repeating your drop, then your drop isn't good enough. There's some little tricks that I try and do to try and change it a little bit. I mean, if you hear the drop here, it's actually the first drop has a fake drop, what's called a fake drop. So here is where a traditional drop would happen on the line, on time, boom. But it actually happens on my track here. So it's a bit later. So if you listen, all my instruments come in not on here, it's there, like a step after. And then on the second drop, I take that to a bit further and actually go a bit longer. So, and then on this one, it's like I say a bit. So again, it's just a little trick, just to try and trick the listener, thinking like, oh, here comes that epic drop. Hopefully they think it's an epic drop, but they think, oh, here it comes again. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, oh, yeah, we're here. And that's what I'm trying to achieve there. Now, I'm not sure if it sounds good, but that was my aim. I mean, we've got a whole bit there without the kick. It is as if the artists are too lazy to make the song originally without repeating every second time, including the drop. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I agree with you in a sense that it's a bit crap that it repeats, but as I said, your drop should be good enough that the listener wants to hear it. That is the meat and potatoes of your track, is the drop. So you want them to be like, you want them to hear it, and then it goes, and they'll be like, oh god damn it, that drop was amazing. I want to hear it again, like without having to restart the track and just listen to that one drop again. If you had a different drop, if you had two drops in a track, one was really good, and then the second one needs to outbeat that one, it's amazing, you're going to constantly feel like the first one's not good enough, and the people are going to listen to that drop and they might want to skip past that drop because they know the second drop's coming. So you need to, as like I say, as I see what you're saying, there needs to be some familiarity between the two drops, because you want them to miss it, and you want them to be thankful that it's here again. Yeah, that's the thought process behind it. I feel, anyway. This is my personal opinion. I could be completely wrong, but in terms of, I think that's why people repeat their drops, and I tend to do the same. Obviously, right now I want to mix my second drop up a little bit, but in terms of instruments, repeating the instruments and repeating the MIDI information and stuff like that, that's why I think for mine is kind of the main. That like the genre, I tend to appreciate the consistency over the genre. Yeah, exactly. Example: Martin Garrix's "Animals," "Like I Do" by David Guetta and Marshmallow Friends. Oh, yeah. With all those tracks, they are very commercialized, and especially with commercial music, people, listeners are impatient. They are so impatient. They want to hear a song on the radio that they can sing along to, is familiar, and it is over within 3 minutes. That's what they're looking for a radio hit. So it's not worth the risk to bring multiple drops in that are completely different from each other, because, like I said, you're gonna outdo the other drop. In which case, they're not gonna want to hear the other drop. You know what I mean? You can never win that battle of making one drop good and the other drop won't be as good, or the other way around. You make your first drop good and then the other drop's not as good. So what's the point? There's no point in that second drop. It's all about the attention span of the listener. For more underground stuff and a lot more minimal stuff, you can get away with a lot more of that sort of stuff. Just there's some tracks that I've listened to that are my favourite. Progressive house drops, yeah. There's a lot more tracks that I've listened to over whenever, where a track completely changes halfway through, and because it's not well known as much, and it's just some guy with SoundCloud, some producer who don't give a shit, then it sounds awesome when in that certain time. But it's in a case of where it's a DJ or a well-known producer, they can't take that risk. It's not worth it for them. Like I said, that's just my opinion. Progressive house drops are probably more likely to do it, because again, progressive house I don't feel like was very commercialized. Progressive house has dropped off a little bit over the last few years. I think it could come back. Progressive house, it's got its place, its permanent place. But again, progressive house, it is progressive. It is supposed to be a build up, a constant build up, and that payoff of the progression is what makes that genre of music good. And so people stick to those drops and those payoffs, and they want to hear them multiple times. And that is the whole basis of progressive house. It's just building. Here's your payoff. Well, right, let's do it again. Build up, and here's your payoff again. So, very good question. And I love debate. Well, not debating. I love talking about this sort of stuff and my opinions on stuff. But I can't stress enough to anybody who's in the comments now on Twitch or YouTube slamming away at me, like, that's just my opinion. That is by no means any factual things in there. My opinion of it. Right, where were we? So yeah, we've got extra notes in there we don't need. There's another track that I muted a while back that I thought was interesting but didn't make the final cut really. How annoying is it for you to hear a song 1 hour and then after some more songs and commercials, same song again in the next hour on the radio? Very annoying, but depending on what radio you listen to, that's not really an issue. I think Capital FM, which is I don't know where from whereabouts you are, but Capital FM here in Yorkshire do that, so I just stopped listening to Capital FM. I mean, it's only an issue if you're listening for a long period of time, which I don't tend to do. I'm more listening to Viking FM because they kind of make they play a mixture of music. Not an issue. If the radio station you like, just try and find a new radio station, man. Because again, it's all about the listeners. The listeners, what was I saying earlier? Like attention span. It's all about keeping their attention span. They've got us. Oh, these songs are doing really well at this point in time. Here's 10 songs. It makes sense for us to play those 10 songs over and over again because the people who are listening for more than the 10 songs length is probably very minimal. Probably get away with it. But yeah, it depends on the radio station, I think. This sort of music you don't really hear on the radio stations anyway. Like I say, it's more commercialized. Especially during the day. Hey, Cairo, man, how you doing, man? Not seen you in a while. Oops, too many question marks. It's alright. But yeah, I do. Send me it. I don't know if to keep that pluck on. Yeah, go for it. Just send it in chat and I'll open it up and I'll listen. Is there any vocals in it? I'll have to mute the stream if there's vocals in it. Any strikes on my YouTube channel. This drop doesn't sustain the energy for long enough. There are only 2 radio stations that don't repeat. 99.5 WCRB and 95 WHRB is random music on certain days, Saturday nights on hip hop. They're copyright free. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, the drop doesn't carry its energy for long. Still feel iffy about the trance section. I really love that aspect of the song. No, I've kind of come around to it now. I feel like it was more of a mixing issue than it was the actual instrument being in the track, and I feel like I've solved that more now to my own ear. I think the only issues I've got now is like the initial energy of this drop is all right, but then somewhere in between, like here, it kind of loses its energy, and you're like wanting more, and then it kind of cuts off. You get that little break, little kick, and then it's again, and you kind of get away with it again. There's a bit in here that needs something. I did actually bring this instrument here in to remedy that. So that's the whole reason this is here, is just to kind of support the drop a little bit. The whole reason that was there to kind of support and remedy that, but I don't feel like it has enough. So if you listen in here, you'll know what I mean. The initial first kick, the drop sounds awesome. It's all right. Yep, that sounds cool. But then you kind of get used to it, and then the second bit of the drop comes, and you're all right again. If you hear it. So at that point, you're like, yep, that sounds all right, and then it continues, and you're just like, oh, okay. So really, it's from here to here. That sounds a bit shit. From here to here. First initial bit, yeah, that's okay, but by this point you're wanting more. So I need to kind of find something to remedy that, if anybody's got any ideas. Just the build up, hype vocals, it's Hybrid Trap.
Hola. Hola.
Very nice, man. That's very well presented, even though it's a work in progress. It's very well done. Just trying to listen, like pick it apart in my head, try and give you some constructive criticism. Although I've not made trap like ever before, so I'm take it with a grain of salt. But see if I can cook it up for you. When the drum beats go like Yeah, I would say that the bass is too loud, but I feel like that's more my headphones because I've been having that issue with my own mixers. So take that as it is. I think it's probably an issue more like my headphones being a bit bass heavy. Ban you, please. Why would I ban you, man?
Hola.
I'd probably bring the vocals back in as well. Maybe pitch them up a little bit for the second drop. Big drop there, that would go well. Yeah. Can I get some track feedback? Go for it, man.
Head underwater.
Probably gonna. Are these original vocals or are these probably copyright? I'll have to mute the stream because I'll end up getting the strike. What pianos do you use in your LPX session, and are you a singer? No, I am not a singer, and I use Gentleman, which is a Contact library. Let me have a look. I think this guy's going to get a lot bored before I do. Thank you for the follow, Tim, man. It is very much appreciated. Yeah, as I was saying, this guy's going to get bored before I do. Right. Yeah, so it's Contact 5 Gentleman library that I'm using. So that's what I'm using for my piano. Then out. It's a remix from YouTube, and the original track isn't released. Comp has like 400. Yeah, I would probably think the vocals are probably thinking. Thank you, Turnip, for the follow. It's appreciated, but stop spamming the chat, and I'm not going to ban you. I like your word, but I'm bored. I'm trying to get banned. Yeah, but why? What is the point? I don't see what your entertainment out of it is. Hello, Waffles, Mogu. Thanks for joining the stream. It's nice to see you. What am I doing? Yeah, so I'm going to mute the audio from this song so we don't get a thingy, but I'll listen to it. Yeah, but if the track isn't out yet, it will be in the future, in which case the video still gets flagged. How long is the stream going to be? Well, it's 11 PM now. Ooh, love that drop. Boost your vocals a little bit. Very good. Boost the vocals a little bit. They're getting kind of lost in your mix. So boost them up. Do a little bit of EQing, maybe on the top end. Boost those a little bit. But yeah, that's very good, man. I'm probably going to stream for another half an hour or so, and then I'll have to get to bed. Yeah, so your vocals are fine in the initial bit. They kind of mix well, but then in your drops, they're kind of stuck under the rest of the in there. So a little bit. What are we doing? Feedback. I tend to always do feedback. Don't go sleep, please. I have to. I have work tomorrow. I'd stay up all night if I could, guys, but I've got work. It's only 11. Yeah, but I've got to get up at like 8 hours already. Yeah, I'm doing feedback. It looks like I don't know. It just happened. Like I say, I tend to listen to anything that anybody sends me. So feel free to send. Yeah, I work a full-time job, man. Go for it. Send it. I'll take a listen. It's a very good drop. Yeah, it's a great track, man. Well done. Like I say, the only thing I can really say is boost those vocals. Hey, a couple. Do you just want one? Go for it. Send a few if you want. If people don't mind me listening to different tracks, that's fine by me. Like I say, I just have to be careful with what I play on stream. I'd imagine I'm nearly my last warning now before I get a proper strike on my account. They must send me about 3 emails a month saying that I've played music I shouldn't have played. Go for it. How the fuck? You only 50 followers. What the fuck? You deserve more. Well, to be fair, I only started a Twitch channel about a month ago or so. I was mainly on YouTube beforehand. I was doing a lot of tutorials, not really streaming. I whispered a project to you. How do I get that? Sorry, I didn't have my Twitch open. I've got it, man. Thank you. Come in 2? Isn't this a game? So is this actually from the game? Look at that comment. Yes, this is actually gameplay. Download the file. Ah, right, okay. I've just muted it on the stream just because I'll probably get a strike for that. Sorry for whining on about it. But I don't want my channel to get shut down. Whereabouts in England do you live? Near Leeds. Not too far from Leeds. Pikmin's 2 music isn't copyrighted? Is it not? You're from Manchester. Nice one. Not too far. Cool, man. I've never heard the original, so it's hard for me to know how that should go. Sent you a Google Drive link too. That's my project. The Logic project. Try and open it. This for that actual song. I'm too tired, but can't be asleep. I know the feeling, man. Sometimes I can't sleep. So is this a MIDI file you downloaded from Pikmin, is it? Do we ever mess about with this? Kinda DM it up. Do that. Okay, only 7 months. Keep eyeing, man. Everybody starts somewhere. Oh, MIDI, I remade it all by ear. Oh, that's very impressive. I got up at 6 day of school as well today. I'm actually dead. Gee. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, let's EDM this up. Not sure if this is what this would sound like because I haven't heard the original, but let's just make some shit, shall we? Just laughs. Steam and storage. What am I lifting in my head? Probably some kind of dubsteppy. Which of it is the original? Ah, right. The Logic file is my original. Ah, okay, I get you. I'm sure I had some dubstep. Kinda. Doesn't drop, but I'm sure I had some loot. And there we go. Sorry about that. Blind and late. So we'll loop that. Get a sidechain compression on. Oh, I moved all my samples from preset. Well, too fast now. Do you sing or just produce? Just produce. Let me send the name if you have some time. Seconds, man. Oh, I wondered what was happening then. It was this little track I just opened. It boosts those vocals a little bit. I feel like the kind of, again, same as the other guy's track, the kind of falling below on the mix. You need to kind of a little bit. I like that bass line. That's a very cool bass line. I feel like a stab would go there well, like kind of just to support that bass line, like dun 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 or something like that. I feel like that bass line could be a little bit dirtier. Maybe kick some wobbles in there, and maybe just had a bit of variation to the bass line that's playing, where instead of just having it on one instrument, split it up a little bit. There, that bass you've got there, bring that in for your drop, because that bass is better than the drop bass that you use. Or is it because side chaining more? There's more meat to that bass than there is on the other. Sounds much better. I feel like that let off there goes on a bit too long. So I'd kind of break this off somewhere. Break it there, clap with a big reverb. Boom, 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 something like that. Yeah, cool, man. I think it just needs a bit more meat behind it. It just needs a bit more, just for the drop, especially. The rest of it sounds pretty cool, but the drop kind of falls flat when it's compared to the kind of vocal and the build up before it. It doesn't hit you hard enough. It's just like maybe go a bit dirtier with some bobbles and a bit of layering there with different synths. That'll hit home, I feel. Right. Yeah, I'm not messing about with this anymore. I'm bored with that already. We'll listen to a different track. There's another track that I wanted to kind of work on. If I can find it. Bear with me a second. Apps are easy. Another track that I've been working on. Bear in mind, this isn't anywhere near. It needs a lot of mixing as well to this track, and it's going to throw balls. Skip all this and see where it sounds like. We don't have Saucer right now. We don't have stuff ready. Continue. Find a new. You find a new kick because all the samples are missing. Try and fix my LFO. All I need that's back in. That's why we're missing all the samples because the. I was saying that if I find one, will it find them all? This is what I was afraid of once I moved my samples. My other hard drive was failing a little bit, so I wanted to move my samples to a thing. What I'm going to do is try and reopen this. See if I can locate one of the files. See if it finds them all. They're all there, they've just been moved. Sure, if Logic. Oh. Right, locate. So, volume 2, drums, kicks, punch kicks, or kick 10. Kick. And it was 10, wasn't it? Airy, Farsi, major. Aerial 4. Why is it not hitting them all? You'd think it'd just like kind of. Think it'd just kind of find them all, wouldn't you? So Payment. Okay. Oh, so it's. Oh my god! Really do this? We'll try this one more. When I send you an example. All right, cool, man. Hi-hat, loop, harmonize, hat, 424. Yeah, volume. 424. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. Top loops. 4. There is. The guitar plays gestures in random order based on. Alright, cool, man. What are we looking for? Volume 2, Sounds of Kashmir. Vocal. Yep. Strikes. Strikes. Clocks. Grandpa's clock. Oh, there's so many missing. Is that it? Oh, I think that's it. Oh, no, it's not. Right, let's just skip them all, see what we've got now. Some of you might have heard this before, because I've played it on stream before. Obviously, without all the missing. Yeah, so obviously, remember that this is missing some files. It did sound a lot better than that. It's just missing for the sparkle. Try and find some of that simple. Find sample search. Right, F M. Am I going to find that? Gosh. open this again, might have just. And now I made an alias up of my samples directory on my other drive, so hopefully it picks it up and knows where everything is. Hoping, fingers crossed. I think I'm gonna call it a night soon anyway. It looks like it's working. Is it? Oh, I think it is. No, it's not. God damn it. Anyway, if I load up my drive, oh my god, I've been waiting for this. Yo man, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. What have you been waiting for? Come to the stream? So I've moved my samples. How do I get Logic to see it? To know where they are? Like, it pisses me off that I can't just select where the directory is and it finds everything. Why do I have to go through and do one at a time? Pissing me off. It won't let me rename it the alias that I made because I'm thinking that's maybe why. No. Does anybody know anything? Anybody got any information that would help me? I watched your stream before and you paused streaming and I've been checking every day. I usually try and stream at least once a week. Every now and then I have a little bit of a break with when the kids are off school. But I do try and stream once a week. How can I locate all these files without having to piss about? Logic Pro X locate multiple files. Let's see if I can find it. I can unpack settings. Works. This might be some help tonight. First, I recommend I don't know. Help. Edit. Yeah, I recently finished a demo. I decided to like link as the page I was going. Anything? That's just a wall detect. So I have all the audio files. I have them on another hard drive. I just want to clear that up for everybody. I have the exact same folder structure, but it's on a different hard drive. I haven't deleted any of the audio. It should all be there. I just want to point Logic to that folder and it find everything. I just want to say, oh, look here, and they'll be in the same place. That's all I need to tell Logic, but he's being a knob about it. Can I choose the folder where it is, maybe? I really want to finish this track, and I can't be asked doing all the audio files separately. Next piss. Search. What does this do? Search. What does that do? Okay, right. Sample. Oh, so you can't choose a thing. There that is. Lap 11. What's that doing? When changing it. Finding them all. Found any of them. Don't mind, but most of them are from the same pack. There must be a way to do this. I'm just missing it. Right, audio not found. Punch kicks. Right. Kicks. Kicks. Search. Now locate the farmer. Let Logic search it all on my mount. So why is that not working? So if you let Logic search it on all mounted volumes, that's what I want it to do. That's just a kick in it. That sounds crap. Nothing wrong with that, I feel. Right, guys, I'm gonna have to get to bed anyway, because like I said, I'm at work tomorrow. So hopefully, I'll be streaming on Monday. I've got a few hours free on Monday. It will probably be an earlier stream, though. Unfortunately, it won't be later on like tonight. Thank you for everybody dropping in. Okay, last post on the forum. The guy seems to have solved it. It seems pretty painstaking, though. Ah, thank you very much, my friend. Let's have a look. Here's formation. It's the last post, you say? Let's have a look. Just for anyone who finds a way, I am using a separate sample drive for my sample technology. Directly to. Right, okay. Right, yeah, I'll take a look at that tomorrow. I'm probably off stream and try and get that fixed up for the next time I stream. Yeah, as I was saying, thank you very much to everybody who's followed in this stream. Thank you to everybody who's joined me live and just kept me sane with chat. It's always good to have a good chat. It's half the reason I do this, not just for the music, but just to chat with people, like-minded people. It's great. And like I say, I will hopefully see you guys again on Monday at about between 9 and 10 a.m. That's UK time, so adjust accordingly for your time zone if you want to drop by again. And yeah, thank you very much, guys. It's been fun, and I'll see you in the next one.